What's going on, guys? Alex here with 814 EDC, and I got a couple packages to unbox for you guys. So I got 3 packages here. One is a knife that I bought, and 2 are pass-around group knives. So we are going to unbox the knife I bought first. This is coming in from Traditional Pocket Knives, or C. Risner Cutlery. Unboxing knife is the Spyderco Sage 5 Lightweight, Blade HQ exclusive. I dyed the scales. I got this knife back in January, and I haven't done a review on it. I've carried it, and I've really enjoyed it. I love the knife. I just haven't got around to doing a review on it because I didn't carry it for a while. Because this screw right here is, when I took the scales off to rit dye them, the screw was so Loctited in there, I basically stripped it, and I just haven't gotten around to sending it to Spyderco yet. To get them replaced. But I absolutely love this knife. It's so comfortable in hand, ergonomic. M4 is a good blade steel. I've been carrying this at work. I noticed I got a little bit of rusting on it, so I'm going to take some actually I need to get some flitz polish or whatever it's called. But yeah, so unboxing knife because I had it at work today. I literally just got home. I had 1 package in on, let's say, Thursday. I had 1 package on Tuesday, and then I got 2 in last night, but I was at my fiance's house. So I couldn't unbox them, but we're gonna bust this out real quick because I'm going golfing with my dad in a little bit. So I'm gonna get this busted out. That way I don't have to do it when I get home, and I can carry one of the knives with me. So yeah, this first knife is coming from Traditional Pocket Knives, or C. Risner Cutlery, I think is what it used to be called. And Austin over there, I've been chatting with him on Instagram, and this is one of their new exclusives. Thanks, Alex, from Austin. So there's that. There is, what's on here? All right, so yeah, got some stuff there. And like I said, this is one of their new exclusives. And there's a note here. I don't know if I'm going to read it out loud. It's basically a kind of a thank you note or a little information sheet for YouTubers. So that will go right there. And here is the box. And if you guys have been keeping up on Instagram and following some other YouTube channels, like I know Casey over at Knives Fast has one in, or has both of these in, because there's 2 exclusives. I got 1. Big Red EDC, I think, has both of them in. And a couple other ones that I've seen have these. And these are a new exclusive variant of the QSP Penguin and a really cool jig tie pattern. So here it says, C. Risner Cutlery Exclusive Penguin, Single Blade Sheep's Foot, Black Jig Titanium. So they have a black jig titanium, and they also have a plain tie jig titanium. They look really, really good. And it was hard for me to decide between one or the other. So I decided to go with the black ultimately because it looked a little bit just kind of sleeker, and I tend to like blacked out blades a little bit more. But I really like their box. You have their logo right there. C. Risner Cutlery, established 1974. QSP exclusive Penguin Jig Titanium. That's really cool how they have that on there. Yeah. And then they have their Instagram, their Facebook, and their YouTube, and their website right there. So that is definitely cool. So we are going to bust into this one. And this is one that I just kind of found out about within the last month and a half or so. I had a Penguin back when I first started my channel. I had one of the blue denim micartas with D2. I got it for like 30 bucks on drop, and I really like that knife, and I'm giving it away. I think it was my 1K subscriber my 500 subscriber giveaway. Hopefully I have a 1K subscriber giveaway coming up soon. But yeah, I gave that knife away, and I really wanted a premium version because they have some versions at M390 with some different types of handle scales. They have S35VN, 154 CM, stuff like that. So some higher end blade steels that's not just D2. And the one that I really liked for the longest time was one of the frag pattern ones. I think the one that I was going to buy was either the DLC blade or the satin blade, frag pattern. And I still think the frag pattern looks sexy on it. But when I saw these jig titanium scales, I was like, that might take the cake a little bit more than the frag, just because it's so unique and you don't see it more often. And it's coming from Traditional Pocket Knives, and a jig pattern is primarily seen on traditional knives. So I thought that was really cool. The unboxing experience has definitely changed from the last time I got a Penguin. Has a nice little pull tab here. And then you have a little thing about the knife, a traditional pocket knives sticker, a QSP sticker, and then have a knife day sticker. Make sure there's nothing else in the box. Oh, there is. Okay, hold on. There's one other thing in the box that I stuck down here in the bottom. All right, so just a TPK. Sorry, this is off topic, but I just caught something out of the corner of my eye that was in the box. So little TPK thing. Another kind of just statement from Austin. Thanking you for your order. Okay, so here is the black jig tie one. That's the one I got. Kind of a little bit. It's the same thing as this, just in a much better graphic. Then they have the plain tie, which looks really, really good too. Don't get me wrong. Absolutely love it. And then what else is in here? Just some other paperwork and stuff that I'll probably look through. A couple more stickers. So I have a traditional pocket knife sticker right there, and then the same TPK sticker. So I have plenty of stuff to look through. Oh, and this is about their Ohio River Jackknife that they have coming out. It's a new type of slip joint that they're coming out. That's an exclusive. So I'll have to look at that later. I don't want to take any more time. I haven't showed you guys the knife yet, and I'm probably going to get yelled at for it. But then you have the knife nice and tucked in there. Oh, it feels good, guys. Feels really good in the hand. I love this texturing pattern with the jig tie. It is dead centered, fully blacked out as you guys can see. Frame lock, milled clip. Nice and snappy. Nice action right out of the box. See, my Penguin didn't do that because it was on D2 with D2 on washers. This is on bearings, so I'm gonna get a much better action. It's very smooth right out of the box. And blade play, no blade play at all. So this is great. Feels awesome in the hand. Nice and slim. It's a little bit smaller than I remember my Penguin being. Might have just been a while since I've had it in, but just overall it looks beautiful. QSP logo on the pivot too. And then this is in M390, so that's a really, tie and M390, that combination is awesome. So, and these are an upcoming exclusive. I forgot to talk about that. So today is July 14th. They are dropping Monday, July 18th at, I think, 8 o'clock. Need to see. So much paperwork to look through. Yep, Monday, July 18th at 8 p.m. So I will leave a link in the description down below to traditional pocket knives directly to this thing, and you can find the other one as well. So they are going live on the 18th at 8 p.m. You guys are going to see this probably on Friday or Saturday. I will also make a short on Monday reminding people about the drop on Monday. But you guys are not going to want to miss out on this. If you're a fan of jigged, if you're a fan of the Penguin, you're going to love this combination. It's really cool. It's nice and slim, very lightweight. So I know I already did a review on the Penguin that I had, but again, it's a lot different, different materials, bearings, a little bit, it's not a little bit, it's a lot nicer. So yeah, a full review will definitely be coming out on this, but I will be doing probably a short to remind people about this on Monday to get a little bit more awareness for the knife. And they will be $125. I did get a little bit of a discount through Austin, so that was very gracious of him. Thank you, Austin. I really do appreciate that. But I'm really gonna pick this one up. Really just a beautiful knife. Very simple, very utilitarian, but I really wanted a Penguin back in the collection, and I'm glad I have this one in. So this was the QSP Penguin in jigged black titanium, a TPK traditional pocket knives exclusive. Beautiful knife. So again, be on the lookout for that, July 18th at 8 p.m. So that is the knife that I bought. We're gonna move some stuff out of the way here. And then one package is coming from Zach Stuff, and another package is coming from Brandon Thrasher. So we're gonna open up Zach Stuff first, just because that was the first one on the board. We use the jig tie. he has this thing really labeled up. I'm gonna have to have a hard time cutting into this thing. Just cut it open. And this is the Winter Blade Co. Factor. So if you guys have seen the Winter Blade Co. Factor, it is the new knife with like magnets somehow that make it work. I'm not 100% sure. Here's a little info sheet. I'll read through this and kind of get a better... All I know is it uses magnets to, I think, hold the blade in, or the pivot system or something like that. I obviously need to read up on it, but they have a whole sheet here on, you know, how to use it and the maintenance and everything like that. So I'll read up for that for the full review, but I don't really need to know much about that right now. We're already 11 minutes in. Alrighty, so it comes in this really cool hard case, Factor. It says back Factor on the back too. So we're going to open this up. And here is the knife, guys. So it's set up for lefty carry, I think. Yeah, I mean, I think I can carry it both ways. 2 holes right there. And somehow it's like almost like a button lock, I think. But you guys can hear, I mean, look at that. Yeah, okay, that's weird. So I think it's magnets that keep the blade in place, because it's very tactile, and that ting is incredible. Ergonomically, it's awesome too. That sheep's foot blade, M390, the winter blade right there. You can catch that in the light. Yeah, so you right away you just slide this lock back, and that's when the blade will disengage. You can also use this thing back here to push it out. I think this is just a piece of G10. Very cool, very interesting, very unique and kind of cutting edge. But the action is quite honestly incredible. Like, it feels like a button lock, but it literally, I mean, sucks it in. I mean, I don't know if it's a detent or if it's the magnets that are holding it up. It's probably the magnets. But yeah, super fun. Very ergonomic. I was a little interested to see how my hands would fit it. This is cool. Thumb flick it. That thing is insane. This thing's cool. I was really excited when this came through the... I didn't even say who this is from. This is from the Apex Pass Around group. So I was really excited to get on the list for that. Yeah, this is cool. They did a drop of these a couple weeks ago, and I really wasn't, you know, interested in it. But now that I have it in, I might want to get one in the future, just because it's so unique, but very usable and very utilitarian with that blade shape. So this is going to be really cool to toss in the pocket. And once I understand the magnets a little bit more, it'll be a cool conversation piece to talk to people about and to kind of explain how the magnets are working. So really, really cool knife. This is the Winter Blade Co. Factor, and from the Apex group. That is sick. So we're actually going to use this instead of the Penguin to unbox the last knife, or package, I should say, from Brandon Thrasher. This is from, actually, I'm not going to use that because we're not supposed to use them to really cut much with it, but all right. This is coming from Brandon Thrasher, like I said. And this is a pass around that is kind of created by Kev over at Lefty EDC. And I'm pretty sure that this is a Vero Engineering Neuron, and I think a mini Fulcrum, if I had to guess. All right. Did I cut in the whole way? Yes, I did. There we go. All right. Brandon really packaged this thing up well. So we got the Neuron, and I think we have more, another box down there. Yep. Oh, whoops. Okay, so my desk is a mess right now. So I have the Neuron right here, which is I think their newest model. It's a double detent version, and we have the mini Fulcrum, which is cool because I have heard so many good things about the Fulcrum and the mini Fulcrum. So I'm finally getting to check one of those out. But we're going to open up the knife. So this is a full titanium liners and hardware, ceramic bearings and double detent, overall length of 6 3/5 inches, a blade length of 2.75 inches, and is M390. And I believe SS is for not stainless steel, but satin and stonewash maybe. Comes nicely packaged. It's a little small guy. And this is actually the first Vero that I've got to check out. So we're going to give it a flick. Oh, comes right out of there. I'm not the biggest fan of the double detent knives. I just want to go to, drop it. But they're definitely cool. I don't know, I had the Stylum in. This is number 328. I had the Civi Stylum in back this spring, I think. Flip it open. And I wasn't a huge fan of it. And I figured I'd hop on this list because, it's more content to make, and I've never checked out a Vero knife before. So I figured, why not check it out? But, right off the bat, I will say it's not, ergonomically, so aesthetically, it's a beautiful looking knife. I love this Wharncliffe sheep's foot style blade with a straight edge. Very utilitarian. I love the double fuller. The handle shape it's definitely a little small, but I can get all 4 fingers on here if I use this sort of landing choil right here. It's definitely comfortable. It's just not, I don't know. I don't really get the gist of double detent knives, and I know that there's some places like overseas, I think, like England maybe, that you can't have a locking knife. And I think I saw Brandon in the group chat that we're in say that he kind of just thinks this is like double detent knives is kind of a dangerous fidget toy, because that's really, you just fidget with it. Obviously, you can use them to cut stuff, but like, all it takes is just a little bit for this to open. So I don't know how positive my review is going to be on the fact that it's a double detent knife, but overall it's really comfortable. It's, for being really small, it's super comfortable in hand. Like I said, a great cutting edge, great blade, and action and fit and finish and everything like that's awesome. So that part will definitely be positive. I'm just, maybe a little caught up on the double detent thing. You just kind of get used to like, opening, closing, opening, closing, opening, closing, without cutting your finger off. So we'll see how this goes. But that is the Vero Engineering Neuron. And then here we have the Fulcrum Mini. Comes with some Vero stickers that I'm just going to leave in there. Comes wrapped up in a Vero cloth. And then here is the Fulcrum Mini. So pry bar, magnetic tip up there. You can keep some bits on the back here. This is probably a Phillips head and a flathead. Some Weehaw bits. Use some little O-rings to keep those in. Definitely really cool. I know Kevin raves about the full-size Fulcrum. He has 2 of them, I think. He has one that he keeps in his truck, and he has one with his logo engraved in the back that I think he carries every day with him. And he said that, I think Kevin said before, if you're a dad, that's made for you because you're always popping zip ties, you're always getting into stuff, you're always using screwdrivers to build stuff. So it seems really useful. But again, it's the full size. I think Kevin has tried the Mini before. He's not a big fan of it. I know you can take the pot clip off and kind of add something to carry in your keys. It's probably a little too big for my keys. But, it might be a tad bit too small for me. Here is my, well, I guess I can't say that when I use my pinch pry bar from Axial Gear because it's basically the same size. So I really can't say it's too small now that I feel both in the hand. But yeah, I'm going to use this a little bit, carry it, maybe pop some beers with it. Just kind of get a feel for what it is as a product. I really like the Vero logo there with the V. And I believe these are both Beztech made. Could be completely wrong, but I think that's who produces Vero products. So Yeah, guys, this was quite the unboxing. I don't think I've ever unboxed this many packages before, but for a little recap, we unboxed the QSP Jig Tie Penguin, which is a traditional pocket knife exclusive. Again, July 18th at 8 p.m. These will go live, as well as some plain tie ones. So I will leave a link in the description directly down below to Traditional Pocket Knives website if you're interested. And I will be making a short Monday to remind people about it. So that was a knife that I bought. And then I got in the Winter Blade Co. Factor from the Apex group. This thing is just so unique and so enticing and just really cool. Nice and thin, and action is just insane. So that's really cool. And then again, I have the Neuron in from Vero Engineering, which is a pass-around group done by Kev, as well as the mini Fulcrum. So I got lots of stuff in to carry and fidget with. Some review videos will be coming in the future about these guys. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.